welcome to the Lou IT YouTube channel. I'm Lewis, and this is Pompey to Prem. Now, as you might be able to tell, I am quite a big Portsmouth fan. So, and having supported them through thick and thin, yeah, anything's possible. It is me though, so we'll see what we can do. But first, in this episode, all I want to do is just go through what we plan to do over the course of the next few seasons. And obviously the first thing we need to do is to look at the squad and get through Sky Bet League One. Now, Sky Bet League One is a very annoying place to be right now. There are salary caps. There are restrictions on how many people you can have in a squad apart from young people, but does that count towards the salary cap? Or there's a lot of things that you need to have. So the main aim of this in this first season is definitely to try and get promotion. If we have a look at the finances, we have a good amount of wage budget available at the moment. Whether or not we can use a lot of that next season, we don't know. It's all a bit of a pain. As you can see, we are in decent financial situation. We have the former CEO of Disney, Michael Eisner, as our chairman. He's given us money. He's made it so that we are currently financially stable, but also I don't know whether this will translate into Football Manager at all, but he's looking in the long term to make sure that Portsmouth don't need other people's money. We can do everything that we want without external finances. Is that going to be possible in this? Who knows? So if we have a look at the club vision for this year, they want us to develop players using the club's youth system. At the moment, I would say probably not. We're only adequate for youth facilities, the junior coaching and the youth recruitment. Unfortunately, because of where we are in the world, we do actually get players, as you can tell with Mason Mount, that do get taken by people like Chelsea, which is very, very annoying for the club going forward. But as we move up the leagues, then we need to make sure that we improve and use those facilities however much we can. As part of the 5-year plan, they want to expand the stadium. They're also going to build a new stadium. Working within the wage budget, standard really. They want us to reach the playoffs as a minimum. So with the squad, definitely something that we can do and should be doing, if not going for promotion. One of the things that with Portsmouth at the moment is we've been in the division for a little while now, not really improving on where we are. At one point we were top of the league and we were flying, and then all of a sudden we fell off the wagon and lost in the playoffs. So it's going to be tough, and we know that it's possible. But can we take that extra step that Kenny Jackett couldn't? Third round of the FA Cup, so we've got a couple of rounds to get through. Carabao Cup second round, and that will all depend on obviously who we get in the first round. So and they want us ultimately going for a top half championship desired at least by the end of the 2023-2024 season. So gives us a good few seasons. Hopefully we can get into the championship this season for next season, and then we can easily go towards that those expectations. Go back into club info. Our captain, Mr. Winter himself, Tom Naylor. Excellent. He's. I think his leadership is probably a little bit better than what's been said on the game. He's a good player for the championship as well. So if we get promoted, there's someone that we could keep in. He's a good all-round game. I will probably be playing him as a DLP in the centre of midfield. Decent stats. There's nothing off the ball. Obviously, is a bit low, but everything really is about where we want to be. There's nothing under 10, which is absolutely incredible. Our vice captain Lee Brown. He will be playing as a wing back if he does indeed get into the side, and we'll go through that in a minute. But again, a good all-round player. He's a good player for League One, so do we get rid of him and then get somebody else in who might actually be able to join us in the Championship as we go? But as you saw by the finances, I don't have any money to spend really, so maybe we look at people like Lee Brown, and then we build from next season should we be allowed to. Our key player, Rasmus Nicolaisen. He's on loan from Midtjylland at the moment. Very, very good defender. Looking at this, he's a ball player, so it's not something that I usually play. But maybe we can make an exception. We want to play some good passing football. Apparently. He's not got any interest in joining our club, which isn't a problem considering he's already at our club, at least on loan for the season. And again, if we do get promoted, maybe we can bring him in next season because he's a good player for championship sides. Our hot prospect, Hadji. I'm not going to try and pronounce his surname. At 18 years of age, already the stats that he has on him here look absolutely incredible. He won't be playing in the first team this season. We do have some people to go in as the right wing back. We can certainly train him a bit better as a right wing back. He's not far off being really good. And some of these physicals can improve, the mentals will definitely improve. And at the age of 18, if the technicals don't improve, then there is a bit of a problem, really. At the moment, currently playing at a national level, maybe looking to get him out to a League 2 side so that he can get a bit of professional football experience for us. So if we go through the rest of the squad and what we're likely to do, we've got. I'm going to go through the tactics. I've already filled in where I want to, where at the moment I'm going to look at going with the squad. As you can see, we are looking at a back four, but if we start with the goalkeeper, Craig McGillivray, he's a very, very good stopper. Bit of work to be done on concentration, but technically everywhere else he's a really, really good goalkeeper. He in the real footballing world, he's been in and around the Scotland squad, so but he can improve. He's a good player for League One, and he still can improve a bit. So maybe we can again take him into the Championship, and we don't really then have to work on goalkeepers. Duncan Turnbull is is not going to be our number 2 goalkeeper. He's only in for the friendlies ready for as Alex Bass, who will be our number 2, is currently injured. Again, he's a very, very good young goalkeeper. He's not quite at McGillivray's level yet, but he's got good potential. Although at the moment it says that he's only good for League Two sides. Maybe with a little bit of work he could make it, or maybe we again loan him out, see what we can do with him. So at right back, we are looking at Callum Johnson, who we signed this season from Accrington Stanley. Very, very, very good player. Will be playing as a wing back, as you can probably tell from the system. Very, very good. And again, mate, we don't really need to improve in this position. Good player for League One. Still can improve. There you go. Potential to be a good Sky Bet Championship right back. If we go up, he could stay with us and do a job at right back. Left back, at the moment, I've got Cameron Pring in, currently on loan with us. Again, really, really good. The wing back role, absolutely suited to him. I think a bit better than Lee Brown, but Lee Brown obviously gives us a lot of experience. So we do have good options at left back. Centre backs, Jack Watmore, absolutely incredible defender, and a product of the Portsmouth Academy. Unfortunately for him, he has had some absolutely terrible injuries in his time at the club, but the determination, his position, his vision, absolutely brilliant. He's not an aggressive defender in the game for Portsmouth at the moment. As a defender, he reads the game really, really well, and therefore doesn't need the aggression, because he does just nip in and take the ball. Absolutely incredible defender. Currently, good player for a championship side. So someone that we can take with us as long as we go up. Maybe lose him if we don't go up. And Nicolaisen as a central defender as well. We do have the toothless wonder, Sean Raggett. Good defender, good solid defender. Not the ball playing defender that we have. Good in the air. Good central defender. Someone that we could use come in this summer. Bit of a bit hit and miss at times, but you look at some of the technicals, but we don't really need that from him. He's a good central defender, probably a bit more no nonsense, but he can pass the ball. And then we have Paul Downing as well, also come in the summer. Good player, again another one. Good player for League One. Good backup for us. He's not going to be a first. He's not going to be a first teamer. He's a solid backup for us. James Bolton will be our backup on the right hand side. Again, good player. Here, I really think that we don't really need to do a great deal defensively. We've got 2 very good left wing backs. We've got 2 very good right wing backs. We've got 4 very, very good defenders. And if worse comes to worse, I do have another right back that can come in as well. So if we go into midfield, Andy Cannon will be my DLP for now. This may change. Good player, good work rate. The reason why I say for now, I am sort of umming and ahhing as to whether I do stick a box-to-boxer in and have a defensive midfielder as a ball winner. But at the moment, we're not playing as a defensive midfielder, so he will play as a deep-lying playmaker. Very good. exactly what we need in the middle. And again, someone that will hopefully do a job for us this season, maybe to move on. And then Tom Naylor, who will play as the ball winner. He is a very his things down here, but he's still a very, very good ball winner. Very good for what we need. Sit in the centre midfield, do a job. So this is we're going forward now is where I'm still not entirely certain how we're going to play. At the moment, I've got on the right wing Ryan Williams. He's not quite as suited for the winger, but he can play very well as a winger. This is a place where maybe we could do with a bit of strengthening. And then on the left, first choice all day long, Ronan Curtis, and he'll be playing as an inside forward. Absolutely incredible. Currently in the Irish, in and around the Irish squad, and a decent player for the Championship if we go up. And then Marcus Harness, and this is where I'm not entirely sure. He can play as a shadow striker, and that's what I'm looking at playing. But I'll probably end up playing an attacking midfielder, and whether I then put him out on the wing instead of Ryan Williams and see who I can put in as an attacking midfielder, that may be the case. And then up front, John Marquis. What can I say? He's a proven goal scorer at this level. He can play well. He's a decent player for the Championship, so he could come up and do a job with us. And look at that, relishes big matches. He is big man John. And then if we have a look, we've got Bryn Morris, decent if not spectacular, can play in midfield. Ben Close, another product of the Portsmouth youth system. He's good if not spectacular. Known for some absolutely spectacular goals over the last couple of seasons. Michael Jacobs, another really good player. Maybe he's one that we can fit in and around the system. At the moment, he's an attacking midfielder, but on the left hand side. But obviously, Ronan Curtis is the man for that at the moment. We've got Geordie here. He has been brought in as a striker. Got a good bit of pace about him, good bit of work rate. Pressing forward, maybe an advanced forward. More likely change the front to a pressing forward. Ellis Harrison, another good player. Whether he'd come up to the Championship with us if we get there is another thing, but a good player nonetheless. And then obviously Hadji as well. So it's a good squad. It's a small squad, which I don't mind. We need to keep it small. We need to keep it. We do have squad rules. We can only register, I think it's 20 players over the age of 21, and they count towards a salary cap, which is going to make it difficult. So we will see what we can do with this squad. Anyone under the age of 21 doesn't count. Do we need to change much? According to this, we've got a really, really good squad, a really strong squad. I don't think we need to really bring in anyone. Do we need to bring in a top-class striker to come in alongside Marcus? Possibly. Do we need to bring in someone on the right-hand side or as an attacking midfielder? Possibly. But it will depend on who's available. And as we've seen already by the finances, we don't have a lot of money there to spend. So we'll see. According to the squad depth, we've got some good depth of players that can play in the position. So we're not in a bad place. It is just whether we can keep hold of the players, whether they perform in the roles or not. Is a good question, well posed. And then so we'll have a look at the schedule here. we are more than we're gonna go and play these off stream. I'm not going to do any. I'm not gonna bore anyone with any of these friendlies. It's a couple of good sides in there. Mines, Nottingham Forest, as well as local sides, Gosport, Havant and Waterlooville. We've got some ones that will be good for fitness, and we got some ones that'll be good to see whereabouts we are as a squad. More than likely, I will play the Carabao Cup first round off stream, and we will come back for a transfer update, and also for the Shrewsbury game. Shrewsbury are not a bad side. If we have a look at the season preview, Shrewsbury due to be round about 8th in the league, so a good, strong start for us that we can see where we go. And as you can see from the Dream 11 at the moment, we've got 2 players, Nicolason and Curtis, as part of the Dream 11. Can they do a job for us? Will it work? Who knows? But we will find out when we come back for Pompey to Prem Part 2.